Now, next up, we are going to hear some wonderful, wonderful poems from one of Chicago's most powerful poets, E. Nina J., whose actually most recent book of poems is called Body of Rooms. So, E. Nina J., let's get you up here. Give it up.
Hello, people. I want to say first thank you for all the young people who spoke today and all the young people who did not speak. I'm going to take your voices with me. All the names that were spoken, the ones who couldn't be here, the two sisters that we lost. I'm taking all of it home with me. Very, very conflicted. Meaning I'm happy to be here, but not happy while we be here. I see, but I'm scared to touch all your pain. Sometimes you're a wound that's bleeding on the train. I move, but I cannot touch you like a dog on a short chain. I got $1.30 in my pocket, and I leave it there in shame. And I leave it there in shame. She had to run away from the home that the state had found. Seems a lot of homes ain't trying to be homes, just swamps where the lost ones can be drowned. She had to run away because they like beating her just for existing. She had to save her own life before the body that she was just came up missing. So she put herself on a milk carton, but nobody ever came asking. So long as foster parents make the meetings, them checks gon' keep on cashing, but she never got none of that money that the state sent for her to learn to survive with strangers who hated her, hit the streets at 13, desperate but still alive, and you look at her and see what they tell you she is to shift the blame. Get in the habit of believing that monsters can live inside prepubescent frames. Look, she never dreamed about turning no tricks. Being 13, wearing eyeshadow and red lipstick, she ain't trying to offend your morality or beckon nightstick. She don't want to be your husband's filthy secret, but that money be so quick. She's not trying to live in these streets, but nobody kept the boogeyman out of sheets. Now she hustling for tampons and fast food to eat, and strangers who trade danger for warm places to sleep. And I lay in my bed at night, and we call her fast and a whore. Sit our kitchen tables with a matching place and pretend that we ain't poor, and we lounge on cushy couches listening to the gunshots outside. We got beds to dive under and computers to post the pictures of the kids that died. And we meet our friends for lunch the next day at the pretty restaurant downtown. We laugh our pretty laugh as we walk past babies with beds made on the ground. We might use our iPhone to take that photo to post to show how much we care, but we don't mention it's just our intention to not embody but recite the prayers. And she is left doomed to pay for the by-the-hour motel rooms at the hands of men who don't care as they stretched and fill her womb with no sun and water to feed the daughter of a flower that shall bloom. And from dirt of the earth where she's lived since her birth, now she's a baby with a baby, surviving everything you assume. He never dreamed that after school each day he would be selling drugs. What he actually is, a stunning picture of survival, but all you see is a dangerous thug. He waited for your answers leaning against the buildings, play acting those nonchalant shrugs. What he needed is some compassion, the same that we give them hippies on the highway, sudden hugs. And we leave him with that yearning, spend years compiling stats and learning, sit in pools of water while houses burning. There was we get in the morning we earning, it don't mean shit. Not when he goes to his home each night. The home he's made of a vacant house, on a vacant street next to a vacant school where he's made a family with a mouse. And he still gets his homework done without our power, without our lights, without our shelters that try to baptize him, without your God and without your fight. Because he ain't nobody's charity case and he will not be viewed as dumb. He ain't shucking and jiving for no pamphlets and no crumbs. He will not do political dance theater just to gain what is rightfully his. So if you ain't gonna make a way for this child, then stay off his back and mind your biz. Because a nickel bag of weed is $5, and so 2 bags of weed makes 10. He can buy himself some dinner, maybe share a little bit with his friends, and $10 buys him a notebook and maybe 3 or 4 pens, and he better buy them and not steal them because officials will certainly care about him then. Even though they never came in December to his freezing and vacant rooms, no teacher ever locked their eyes with him to see his life inside that tomb, the tomb he had to make of his body to fend out your gentrified concern, to make a smile to earn your little bit of change while the pride inside him burns. I see him, but I'm scared to touch all his pain. I feel, but I cannot feel the hole in my humane. And I move to try and touch you. I'm like a dog on a short chain. You asked for money and I gave you a sandwich. We both know it ain't the same. We don't look into their faces because we can't meet those eyes now. Them eyes done seen too many things and they've memorized our lives now. But let one of those kids die and watch all the saints and sinners cry now. Same lies we've been told for decades, but we say we got our eyes on the prize now. Come on. Because sometimes they don't give you free food if you don't say their prayers. And they won't let you sleep on their dirty floor if you don't pretend your God lives there. And if a preacher making currency of grace is better than a pimp that's putting bruises on her face, it's better than selling weed to create a safe space to just lay down. And if a system don't even pretend to, it's better than a shelter that never does bend to, it's better than all this bullshit I can't even get into, then what is left? Sometimes when you ain't got nothing, there is no difference between a pimp and a preacher. When you ain't got nobody to love you, you learn whatever it is that they want to teach you, and the hands that ache to reach you can't reach you. We gather you into rooms just like this so me and these folk can poet sang and speech you to death. In search of breath, in search of rooms without the coons, without the fumes of breads that swept. You under rugs and viaducts and off of grass, fresh cut and green, swept you under tourists and shiny lights and multi-million-dollar beans. Chicago, I do not believe in you because you never say what you really mean. Just say it. Just say you care more about being a city that has all the dope and tries to stay pretty, that look past respect and settles on the pity, but not enough pity to extract the gritty, to stop all these politicians and committees from draining all the muck that is swelling the city's titty. It's like the police now just be security guard, not paid to protect people, but the boulevard from humans who get too many ugly scars. Can't have you living in this downtown front yard where you can be seen by passing cars and passing people who ignore the charred remains of the dreams that we actually had to care about each other. And I'm saying I can see you, but I am scared to touch all your pain. Sometimes you're a wound that's bleeding loud on the train. And I reach and try to help you. I'm like a dog on a short chain. I got that $1.30 in my pocket. I gotta leave it there in shame. I gotta leave it there in shame. Love y'all.
Keep it going, y'all. That was such a powerful. Give it up for Nina J again. Come on. Whew. Man, reality, the truth of the world we live in. Oh boy, it hurts. That's why gatherings like this are so important, to know that we can all hurt together and then laugh together and be together and then survive and help each other. And this is a beautiful thing, poignant thing to be in a church. This church has been here a while. I know the pastor was talking a little bit about what you might see here, but I want who's going to be here for the night? Who's going to be here for a while? All right. Well, know this, that another thing to know about this space is that it is safe to explore it. Yes. That's from the pastor himself. There's beautiful Tiffany stained glass, that beautiful pipe organ has 4 manuals, 43 ranks or sets of pipes totaling 2,524 pipes. So please take a look. Appreciate this beautiful, beautiful space that has a lot of history, has heard a lot of prayers, and we'll hear many more in the future. And also, I know they're going through a renovation effort so they can sustain this beautiful space. So if you can, if you are able, please also help with that. And now we're going to bring back to the organ Chelsea. Chelsea, where are you? Are you back there already? There. Now, can you wave also so everybody can see you? Wave real big. There you go. That's Chelsea Corn up there. All right, Chelsea, you do your thing.